Dope.
At any time. We can do it like
FOMC.
towards the end, middle, or whatever.
Mandalo, it's nerd out time. Mandalo, it's nerd out time. Nerd, 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 nerd. Mandalo, it's nerd out time. Knowledge rules. Mandalo, it's nerd out time. Fibonacci, golden pockets, juice. Nerd, 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 nerd. Mandalo, it's nerd out time. Nerd, 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 Mandalo, it's nerd out time. Juice.
Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Happy FOMC. Let's go. Who's ready to hit him with the D?
Let's go, Unleash King. Unleash King's ready to hit him with that. D. Welcome back. 13 months.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Just trying to get situated. It was a hella crunch to get here, but I'm pumped. Who's ready for FOMC? Let's go. Yeah. LA Beats. J-Bucks, let's go.
No, you have
Voltex.
a good day, LA Beats.
J-Bucks, Petrused. Antillum, Prob Ideas. Curvies, how we doing? Nanad, Cyper, shout out Cyper. Damon, PSG, stand up. What you gotta say, Cage?
To the balcony? They started off hot.
Ooh.
Shout out FOMC, let's go. What's he
Shout
gonna
out
say
to
today? Hey, do we have a bingo sheet?
Excuse me, what? Excuse me, what?
Do we have a bingo sheet?
We do. I gotta do one thing on it, though.
Oh my god. We got a
I gotta do one
surprise.
thing.
Let's go, Lions.
Don't
You guys
blow
ready
the
for FOMC
surprise.
today? Is Jerome Powell gonna wear a purple tie?
Question mark? Who knows? Who knows? Hey, carry me for a second, Cage. I gotta get this thing in there.
Go for it. Go, go, go.
I gotta get the branding. Husty, thank you for joining. Cage, thank you for joining. Another edition of FOMC rate cut stream, question mark. Welcome, Lions. Happy Wednesday, happy FOMC day. Let's fucking go. Who's ready? Who juicing? The math is the math. The levels are the levels. The ETH BTC is the ETH BTC. Let's go.
What up, Jupy? Let's go, J Bros. On this last
Double
day,
tie
you
for
should wear a
sure.
different tie, Kirby says.
Different
Should be a
tie.
rainbow tie.
Is this his last one?
I don't know.
Who knows? Who knows?
Rate cut. Let's go, Voltex.
We're just gonna go on the math and the data.
Back from a swimming pool, feeling good and ready for FOMC. A swimming pool? What? It's winter. It's snowing, dude. Pools are ice. People would go nuts. Curvy, a purple tie or a rainbow tie?
Oof. We had that built in as one of the options.
Beer in the fridge, chips in the bucket, ready for the show.
Juice in the
Let's
cup.
go. Ew, it's like a it's a Super Bowl showdown. What's going on, Unleashed? What team are you rooting for? Bulls or Bears?
Alrighty. This is good enough. This is good enough. I guess. Yeah. JV, how we doing? Sauna and cold bath are the best. Paratina, how we doing? Let's go, JV. That sounds nice. I'm back from work. IRL work to back to IRL work. But this is FOMC. We rest later. Yeah. We're going for a debate. Ooh, Kagam, Jupy, JV, Fibception, how we doing? Probi, Diaz. Shoutouts Cajun Husty for being here with me. Shoutouts BLOFIN, shoutouts Kimba. Shoutouts Lion, shoutouts Coinwise. How we looking? Yeah, starting to get a little bit of shorts down here at the lows. Held the single print. We're going to clear all the highs. These highs aren't that bad. ETH highs are bad, and they're going for it right now. But this isn't an ETH stream. This is a FOMC stream. Yeah, we're going to tap that 96 area. Who knows? Yeah, let's see what ETH is doing. Oh, going for it. Yeah, they got a ways to go. Bad highs up there. You never know. We were talking about the 3,500 quite a few times. That was a strong move they had, wasn't it? Oh, there's your highs.
Single print support.
Naked point of control right above. If this, then that. Yeah, 35, like all the way up to like 36.60. A lot of bad highs. And Biddy. I mean, that was a nice little clean of all this. And then, you know, that's not the greatest. But it's all right. Lows, I mean, we cleaned that low. Holding the single print, changing structure is a good thing. Probability, once you start trading and closing inside that single print zone, it's higher probability that it's going to close. But you change structure, it's going to maybe work out. A lot of bad lows all the way down. And we're just going to price this in all the way until the meeting. Are we just moving up pre-meeting because we're counting on rate cuts? What's that probability of rate cuts now? Who's ready for the meeting? Enjoying some pulled beef fibception. Let's go. Vinny BMT. Mine lot. All right. We fly. Hey, quarter tank of gas in my new E-Class. But that's okay. Because we still fly. Shoutouts if you're old enough to know that song. We're not going to get copy stricken on that. I did not sound like the artist at all, if you want to call him an artist. Oh, and going for that gap fill on CME.
Gap fill.
It's basically filled. I have it set to like 98%. Pretty nice. Yeah, it's kind of a clear zone. That would be resistance. Next level up, around that 93.9 on CME. We got the juice in the levels. ES, it's bad all the way through. We cleaned a lot this morning. And yeah, cleaned a lot this morning or right around lunchtime. And just kind of hanging out until we get our numbers drop. We got about 20 minutes until the number drops. I don't have my countdown on there. Just like do a manual countdown for yourself. We got 19 minutes and 40 seconds. Yeah, it was just too much to get everything fired up. And I got a little surprise for the gang. Yeah, we were 89.5%. Let's go, JV. Hitman Gucci, let's go. Crypto Bro. Coco Deliciosa. We got some BLOFIN giveaways coming up in a little while. We'll probably do that between the number drop and the presser. And then we got something to keep that presser from falling asleep. Yeah, you guys ready for this? Houston, you ready for this? You haven't even seen it. It's pretty haggard. If you guys end up enjoying it, we'll make it like really cool for the next one. We'll make it look cool. It's pretty haggard though. Cage knows.
I do.
What is that? What is that?
It's a bingo card.
Yeah. Get your bingo cards ready. I ain't never seen no shit like that before. Because usually the things you see on stream are like actually legit. This thing is like haggard. But I have no graphic skills. Come on, y'all. Quit playing with me. It's got to be testnet.
That's legit.
Can you move it to
That's
the
not a catchaway.
right?
He's not going to say catchaway. Come on.
Can you move it
We
to
actually
the
have to
right a
make it
little bit?
achievable. Free space is purple tie because that's a lock. Is it not? You never know. Ooh-wee. Well, we have lots of other ways to get our Kimba on. Because it's a Kimba card, not a bingo card.
Does a scam pump or scam dump like count on the chart?
It's on the chart. Darth Maul is on the chart. He's not going to say scam pump. When's the last time you heard this?
Exactly.
I wanted to
Just
put
making
close the fucking door on here, but I know that that was
I
once
mean,
in a
that one-
lifetime.
I mean, you never know.
You never know. It's going to be fun, y'all. It's just for fun.
That dude from ABC News is in the back again.
Say what?
That guy from the newscast is in the back again asking all those dumbass questions.
Oh, dude. I mean, that was a given that there's going to be dumbass questions. That's what the I'm not going to answer that is for. Yeah, you just got like some of my sound stuff. I was trying to hear Cage. I actually had some other things on here before, but we like kind of slimmed it down so it was like, I don't know, easier. There's too much shit to read. Like short term, we got a long way to go. I'm not going to speculate about that one. He's definitely going to say cooling, tightening, risk. Yeah. It's just a matter of who gets it first. Yeah, let me see if I can elevate his volume a little. But Cage, if you can see about yours
Am I
too.
super quiet?
All right, I cranked him to 200. I cranked it to 11, dudes.
Sorry.
That sounds better to me. Better? Juice. It was on like 180. All your altcoins are flying? Yeah, well, ETH is pumping. Risk on. Or asset pump. Asset pump. They're running over shorts. That's for sure. That's for sure. Realistic targets? I mean, Nothing has really changed. We didn't even
Does
tap
fiscal
the.
policy and policy, are they the same?
It should just say fiscal. Yeah, I forget what it was originally. Can you look back in our chat cage? Because
Yeah.
I like updated it. It said something else. Shit, that's a Cachoya. Hey, should we change policy to something else? Throw up some chat. Throw up some suggestions. Something that he would say.
This bingo card, yeah. You got 15 minutes.
We got 15 minutes. We can fix it. Fix it. Yeah, it can always get remade. It's going to get remade. That was just for fun. What are we buying or selling? We are selling and buying bingo cards. Would you like to...
I love it. Yeah.
We're selling
Return
dreams
FOMC is the bingo.
and buying hope. Shout out Samad. We're just looking at the FOMC meeting, which is imminently about to unfold. Let's go Savage, me and Kitty.
We need go. Yeah, we need good afternoon in there. 100%.
Good afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see if we can fix this. Hmm.
83rd. We're all delayed. It's okay though.
It's a Discord thing. Wait, good afternoon, really? Good afternoon, dudes.
It's definitely gonna say that every time.
When are they gonna stop playing with us? Fool. Still doesn't fit. There we go. Where's my... I thought that I messed it up. I'm scalping.
How you doing,
I'm
Cope?
trading.
Welcome in. Quantitative easing.
Quantitative easing.
Yeah, sorry, quantitative. Quantitative.
He doesn't usually say that, though, but we can add that. What should get replaced?
I don't know.
What should
I
get
kinda like
replaced
all
if
of
we're...
them.
It's good? I'm good, I'm Gucci.
Like everything looks pretty good. If he
Yeah.
mentions it, if he mentions QE, he's gonna say tightening. right?
Yeah. Probably. Probably. We're just having fun with it, y'all. We can make it better next time. It's a starting point. We've never done this before. I've never seen somebody do this before. We're going by the seat of our pants,
I'm not gonna answer that.
cowboy
I hope he
style.
says that.
I'm not going to answer that. Yeah, he's going to say it, dude, because like that one was originally some sort of dumbass question about his successor, or when's he going to step down, or some shit. It will dip for 30 minutes and rip. That's your Darth Maul there, brother. We even have visual aids for our scam pump. So that's the green. The scam dump is the red. So we can find it real fast on our bingo cards. He's going to say data at least 10 times. I know. Well, that's why we only have it on the card once. I don't know if he's going to say President Donald Trump. He usually likes to keep politicians' names out of it. Yeah, bipartisan was on there at one point, or nonpartisan. Is it still on there? Holy mother, he might say that. We're ready. We juicing.
Mystic, welcome back. 20 months.
We juicing. Is the ETH going to close above or below? Is this going to be a swing
Unemployment.
failure?
That's another good one. Keep these ideas for next time, guys. We're gonna need these ideas for next FOMC.
Could you repeat the question? Yeah, that's a good one actually. Shoutouts Coke Zero. How are we doing? Jobless claims. Yeah, the jobs market was definitely in there, and I think we switched it for a couple of times. Ended up being good afternoon. Yeah, the labor market. It was something about labor market. He says that all the time, doesn't he? No data received in October. Yeah. So whatever is like no data received or anything can fit into the shutdown. How about that? Yeah, that's a good one, Coke. How we doing? You juicing? Market outlook. Oof. Yeah, I like that too. We need to jot these down.
Much love, Bear Leg. Thank you. We all miss Kimba. Layoffs. It's our job.
Layoffs.
Oh, shit.
Playoffs. I was thinking of that stupid commercial, dude. Playoffs. We're on to Cincinnati. How you doing, Samurai? Let's go, Cuckoo Deliciosa. You have so many laws running you don't know. Let's go, Coke Zero. Yeah, hopefully you shave some. That's juice, man. It fucking pumped, didn't it? That wasn't really the biggest move, but it was just so quick. Yeah, everything just kind of freaked out off of it. Best way is to follow your plan, Ahmed. Really. Yeah, just be very systematic with it. It doesn't have to be fast. You just have to be systematic and consistent. What do you think, Age? Gifted site.
For the question.
Oh, it was for the passing funded account.
Yeah, I was looking at that. I was just honestly take your time.
Mm-hmm.
And best advice obviously would be don't lose trades, only win. That's right.
That's kind of the goal, right? Kind of the goal. 500x every red news? Yeah, I don't think so. We are watching that.
Strategic. Obviously, use a back-tested strategy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Go in with confidence.
Gifted sites. I think the quantitative easing is the signal for our scam pump. We're watching that, yeah. Yeah, to mitigate risk, to identify entries. Yeah, look at that little candle. That's a cachoya. But if you were entering trades right now, 6 minutes before we get that data number, let's just hope that you're not trying to pass your evaluation on a funded account off of this trade, because that could be a huge cachoya. Yeah, the closer you get to the meeting.
Honestly, I'm rooting for A on the list of bingo to win. I want to see that last line hit. All 5. That's my bet. That's my trade for today.
It kind of ended up being the A column was bearish.
A column is bearish.
I didn't really intend that. It just ended up that I typed it all that way. Yeah, let's make this a little smaller. We can see some charts.
The K column is actually bullish.
There we go. Other than I'm not going to answer that. Oh, I need to like, we can't see the edge of that. If Kimba's watching, he's like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Shout outs, Kimba. Much love, dude. We thought we would have some fun with it. Please don't rug us.
Don't hurt me. Got 5 minutes.
Coiner, don't ban me. Hey, big shout outs to Cyper, Cage, Husty, the entire team. Shout outs to Gypsy for hooking us up with some graphics. Shout outs to Chauncey, MGK, Tiggy, Coin Nerd, Buzzo. Much love, Buzz. I hope all is well. Kimbo, we love you. He's definitely not watching though, dude. He's living his best life. Coke Zero, well, maybe he'll catch it on the replay. He is locked in. You know how K gets before these FOMC meetings. He's like, what are you guys doing? This is like serious. You can get a fucking bingo card on this thing. This is serious. Lock in.
Guys, you don't even have levels. What the fuck is going on?
I don't have levels. I got fucking every level, dude. We got levels. We got plans.
Shout out, Fred. Welcome back, brother.
We got mini sweeps.
No, good afternoon.
Let's go, Fredward. Hope all is well. You know he's watching. Shout outs, Kimba. Much love, brother. Thanks for letting us have some fun with the stream today. Yeah, it's a big event. We're loving it.
We're gonna juice up on bingo with the Lions.
We got 21 viewers and 1,000 iPads. Thanks for helping us out with that.
Much love, much love. Let's go, Eddie. Welcome back. 26. 26 months.
Let's go, price
Got
action.
some OGs resubbing. Appreciate y'all. So welcome back.
Yeah, let's go, Eddie. All right, let's turn the bingo card off. We got a good little preview of this. We're not going to get any minutes yet. This is for the presser. That's
like
for the
changes
presser.
we made. They were very valid.
Yeah, I have a few
Keep your ideas in mind, you guys.
updates. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's a cool little surprise though, right? T2.
Very nice.
iPads Unite. Let's go, Cyper. Thank you for helping with 55 iPads over there. I have 420 over here. Cage, how many you got? 69?
About 420.
Oh, damn. So we juicing.
With Tucci.
Let's go, Doobie. Yep, honeymoon. It's in the Discord. It's in the Discord. I know. It's like choking up all my bandwidth.
Could you put S&P and Biddy, Coke-ass?
S&P and Biddy? How about S&P and
S&P
CME? Is
and
you like
Biddy?
that one? Yeah. It's coming up, so we need to be watching this. We already closed this gap. We might just take the gaps off for right now. We know where they
Send it.
are.
I like it. Let's go, Bravo. Welcome back. 33 months. God, Bravo 33 for 33 months.
Yeah, keep it a
That's
little
fake.
cleaner. I actually clean my chart up a little bit, even if it doesn't look like it. Yeah, I might even turn the levels off. Keep it extra tidy. Just for right now.
Egg gonna do
It's not
a
even extra
scrap,
tidy,
skitty,
it's
bang,
like-
bang.
It's just
Yo,
readable
sorry.
now.
I'm gonna stop reading all this shit in chat now. My bad.
Oh, no.
Let's go, Deca Flex.
Let's go, Decaflex. Decaflex! Let's go!
Like, bro, read the message.
Decaflex. Scrap skiddity bitty bop bop. Hey, there's like some song back in the olden days. Up. My clock is front running me. Ding, 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 ding. Let's go. Oh, Kachoya.
2 o'clock.
Oh, god damn it. We didn't do a prediction. Get so excited with our fucking bingo. Whoops.
Guys, big shout out
Here
to
we
BLOFIN. Guys, remember we got KOJ out. The trading competition is live. Yes, there's $10,000 prize pool every week. Shout out to the trading competitions with $1,000 on the line every single day. Shout out BLOFEezy! Exclamation point BLOFIN. Get your UIDs in the dashboard. Exclamation point giveaway. Welcome into the new Lions. FOMC. Let's go.
Let's go, let's go, let's
2
go.
p.m.
Ash, we certainly are going to be watching JP when he goes live. We got the bingo card for it. We're going to be rocking it. And Kachoya. No rate cut. What you talking about, Chab? Ahmed, dude, if you're asking buy or sell, do not take a trade right now. Honestly. Yep.
Everyone
We got a
and
little
their
cut.
mother hitting the buy and sell button right now.
Oh my goodness. Ethereum is going Kachoya.
Easy.
Long or short? We took that out of out of our permit, or we put that back into permitted, I guess, huh? Yeah. We have levels that we're looking at. We're not trying to just like trade the candle right here, because that's just a recipe for disaster. Yeah, if it breaks levels, we have plans, but definitely not trying to just enter a consolidation with hopes that it's going to go one way or the other. You have a plan. You're in an ETH long and you're sweating. I mean, hopefully you took a little profit on that sweep. But you just said. Yeah. I think that bad high on ES is incoming. I don't know though.
Did you see that manipulation?
Let's go, Shwani. Manipulation.
Manipulation.
Can you hit the soundboard for that one? I don't even know how to work the Discord soundboard.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. Manipulation, man. Fuck.
Kachoya. Let's go, Damon. Kachoya. Juice up, juice up, juice up. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What do you mean it's rate cuts? What the fuck is happening? We just did a full rotation in fucking like 5 minutes.
Wow. We went up. We went down.
Uh-oh.
Scam pump to the
Uh-oh.
scam
Looking
pump.
like a Darth Maul.
Is that a Darth Maul candle? Hold on now.
It could be.
Well, we bet to scratch off the first bingo piece.
No. We gotta at least give it until JP opens his mouth.
Okay. We're gonna wait 30 minutes.
I mean, you gotta wait for the candle close.
Aw.
We get all excited about it, and then it's like turns into a gigantic green dildo.
That's a long
Yeah, still a
25
Visa.
minutes.
It is a long dude. These like, you have like the 3 phases. This is 4 phases though. You have like the lead up to it. You had the data release. Then you got the market reaction. Then you got JP. Fed's buying 40 billion of what, Flair?
Where'd you see that?
What are they buying 40 billion of? Probably not Bitcoin. Shwani, probably. Silver Strong. They're buying 40 billion bingo cards? Let's go, Decaflex. They are for
Treasury
sale.
bills.
And I
Oh,
charge the U.S. government like they pay.
very good, very
Treasury bill's nice. Yeah, I mean, that's nothing to sneeze at. It's not like, I mean, the U.S. debt is 40 trillion, so like,
Well, 1%.
is it even? I think it's 0.1%. Is it 1%? I know, Fredward. I know. I'm just like ballparking it. By the time we get off stream, it'll be 40.
That's wild. Not if you just keep tariffing us.
I know, and rate cuts aren't helping that debt.
Tariffs.
Let's go, Fredward.
We're getting the Darth Maul. Darth Maul. Let's go.
It's unfolding. ES was like, man, we are so undervalued.
Fuck yeah.
We're so undervalued. It's like 0.5% from all-time highs. Tariffs is on there. Decaflex. If he says tariffs at all.
Definitely saying it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. If he doesn't say it, then somebody's going to ask him, and then he'll have to say it. The bingo cards are juicing. Yeah, we got the Darth Maul unfolding right now. We'll see if that turns into a big green dildo, though. It definitely is a big old green candle on ES.
Wait, can we set a rule now? If somebody in the crowd asks during the questions at the end and says tariffs or anything in the bingo card, does that count?
I think JP has to say it. What do you guys think? Because he's going to say tariffs.
Do the questions count against the bingo card? At the
Against
end?
it? I think that we're going to complete the card before we even get through the first half hour of the presser. Yeah, Decaflex. He probably is. Yeah, what do you guys think, chat? 7 penciled? It's not for what we say, dude. Oh, 7 pencil cuts? Oh. 1 or more cut. I mean, honestly, the housing market would definitely juice off of that. JV.
JP. Okay.
Yeah,
We'll
I
leave it
mean,
up to JP to say it.
it'll be super, super interesting. Yeah, JP. I think he's going to say all of these things. It's just a matter of how quickly. Now, should we have predictions on how fast they get, or predictions on which one of the items? Because you know it could go across. Are we gonna have any one row? Oh man, we
I
could
was
be
gonna say,
betting
can
on
it
this
go
like
left or
crazy.
right?
Yeah, it can go left or right.
Okay.
It's got to be 5 in a row in any direction.
Whew.
Can even be diagonal. That's what that free space for. And we already know that's a lock on the purple tie.
Dude, 100%.
ES just swept. It's got to be testnet. It's too easy.
E.
4 corners. I don't think that one works. I'm not going to answer that one, bro. Let's go into what, Joe? He's going to cut some lettuce. He's got a grinder. He doesn't really cut it. He's the type that is very precise, and he uses cutting instruments for his Latuche. Hey, let's go to the balcony real fast. We got
Uses a paper printer.
21 minutes. I'm gonna load up the YouTube. Let's
do
go.
it.
Shout outs to all the YouTube. Jay Sucks, Ash, Savage Mean Kitty, Chiton, Superman. Let's go. Daniel Vera. Volt. Oh, Cage. I knew it felt like more. It's because we did like, they weren't all market opens for Mandela. I knew I did a lot more streams than that. We did like these ones. We did like the multis. That's what we were talking about earlier. How quickly? I don't think that that's going to be on the bingo card. But it was like proposed that he was going to get asked about his successor. Who knows? That might be on the 2026 bingo card. Wink. Might have one of those. How's that sound?
Okay, bro.
Was that on my 2025 bingo card? What's some crazy stuff that happened this year that was on the bingo card? Honestly, I've been like in the trenches this whole year. I haven't even paid attention. Or I can't remember. Trump, technically, supposedly yes, but logistically no. Yeah, supposedly I think he can fire him, but he's like not supposed to. I think that's what I read. It would have to be like a hella big deal for him to just like up and fire him. I think that's one of the reasons that he hasn't. And it's just been like this like cat and mouse thing. Climby, how we doing? Yeah. BTC catching up to ETH. Yeah, ETH swept. And now BTC's forming a bad high. Yeah, we'll come back to this in 1 second. Yeah, this high right here. Ooh, Coinbase, it looks like it swept. It did not sweep on Binance.
That's 17 minutes. My monster, ready.
I got a monster in my hand, but not the drink. Who else? Who else does? I know Coke Zero does.
Man, and it is the drink. Enjoy.
Oh, the ever so slight sweep. Now, what are we thinking about a Darth Maul? I really wanted to have like a Coinwise stamp for each one of these boxes, or a Kimba Lion stamp, for V2 Lion stamp for one of the boxes. I don't think I'm going to be able to execute all that. It's just going to be like a ghetto little X that I put on here. Whoops. Trying to get the YouTube ready to go. All right, well, hopefully this one will work. See if we can get it running.
Here comes the juice. Baguette in my hand, but not the bread. Let's go, Samurai.
Baguette in my hand. Shoutouts to you, dude. That's awesome. Chair Pal video. Let's see. Okay. Okay.
He just set up his clean. What? It is clean. You see it? All gone.
Yeah, let's get this thing looking good.
history. We don't stress, we let it be, cause profits land naturally. Juice in pocket, I don't show. Bugatti dreams, we let them grow. Kimba gang, that's all I know. Easy money on the low. Around me, profits growing proudly. Juice in every
Yeah, maybe bottom left. I don't know. I don't want to get in the way of price action. I don't care about Agger. Yeah, we'll play around with it when the time comes. That's good enough for now. The lighting? What lighting? What lighting, Clemmy? What lighting, Climby? He has no lighting in there. That ambient lighting is his pewters.
Goddamn.
Cage has a neon sign behind him that says Cage wins. Oh, okay. Yeah. They actually make them custom for pretty cheap, Cage. One day soon. One day soon. This is Juice, huh? Who juicing? RGB from his computer. Let's go, Decaflex. Yeah, he had to step out for just a second. He'll be back. Because we're going to have to get the... yeah, I think we might have 6-7 rate cuts next year. What do you think, Nwojo? Each is pixel to 786. Tight. Tight. I'm going to wait for break of structure. But this is a swing fail, and it's kind of like the type that if it's gonna dump, like these are the ones you want. It like wrecked the early entrance. Working on the talent show. He's locked in. Oh, hey, welcome back, Houston. We know you got some things to do. It's all good. We rocking. Should we do a giveaway running into the meeting, or you want to do it midway through and spice it up? Gage is locked in. He's in a bunch of longs. He just market shorted too on ES on that sweep. He's like, please don't stop me out. I got these 0 days. They're going to expire in fucking an hour and 42 minutes.
What?
I just got to make it a settlement.
Doing that right now.
You're not doing that?
Why is it some big brain shit right there?
Cage is naughty for shorting. It's a hedge, Decaflex. Free money.
Can you see?
Yo.
You wanna run a giveaway, Manilo?
Yeah, whenever he's ready. You ready, Manilo?
I think we can do it. I think that it's a good time to do it now while we're just kind of waiting and just talking shit. You know what I mean? I think that'd be cool. Hold on, let me get we got math and data. We got a whole lot of data on here.
You gotta throw on some music though. We gotta jam out.
Let me get some juice going.
Everyone's gotta get their favorite drink, their favorite little.
Oh no, is anybody ready? Is everybody ready for some giveaways? Oh no, I don't think anybody's ready for the. I don't even see anybody.
Yeah, we gotta see.
Ready for giveaways?
Do people want the giveaways?
Where am I even?
Who's ready for some giveaways? Can I get a?
There's a bunch of lines in the chat. Then there's a bunch of iPads in the chat. Who wants a giveaway? Sunny Hill said ready. Chester wants to give away. I see you. Pasta. What up, brother? Dika Flex said, I'm fooling around. Uh-oh.
This is perfect for our rate cuts. Return of the rate cuts. Oh, it's turning back.
Domcheck wants a giveaway. Gifted wants a giveaway.
Let's go Sunny Hills. Yeah, let's do it.
Voltex wants repeat winners.
Repeat winners? Dum.
Do you have music playing right now? I don't hear anything.
There's
You don't hear anything?
on Kachoy.
No, I don't hear
No.
music. There's a FOMC
Motherfucker.
playlist you can run too. I don't know if you
Yeah, I
can run
have
that
it.
one.
I have it. I thought I was jamming the whole time, and I changed the
Dika Flex is
the
humming
playlist
for
right when
us
I got
now.
on, and it cut it out. That's boring. Sorry, guys. Let's try this again. Let's try this again.
Yeah. That music.
Let's just start this one over, because we're firing off this giveaway, aren't we?
The return of the rate cut. Oh yeah, give me a second. I'm working on it.
Cool. Thanks, UC. No worries. We're good. JPZ's got 9 minutes. Let's go with the hit him with the goose. Voltex, Sunny Hills, Please Ben, Dika, Shwani. Exclamation giveaway. Exclamation dashboard for the entire stream schedule for juicing up on some giveaways for all the tools that we use here.
No, there's a reason I haven't ran the giveaways. I didn't see Cacho Bubuyas. That's what it was.
There's no Kachoys in the chat.
Literally, there's no
Booyah.
Cacho
Hello.
Bubuyas. I don't see any. Everybody's sleeping.
Look at
so there
Curvies.
is no giveaway.
Wake up.
Curvies.
No giveaway.
FOMC
No
is an 8
giveaway
Curvies.
minutes.
today.
No, look, Curvies
We only have 8
nailed it,
minutes.
dude. He's on point. House party at Juiciest. That's why they call him Juicy. He juicing. I heard you, Curvies. I saw you. Let's go, calling noob. Oh, there we go. Catjoy boo boo ya. Drake Owl said Kachu boo boo ya. You know, however you spell it, however you say it, there's no wrong way to know it and feel it in your heart. When you see these Darth Mauls, when you see these rate cuts, when you see JPZ come limping onto the stage. Love you, JPZ. Love you, Lions. Love you, Kimba, BLOFIN, Coinwise. There just is no right or wrong. There's just Kachoya. Yep, it's kind of a spirit thing. You know, kind of like deck the halls with lots of juice. Yeah. When's that one coming out, Houston?
What? Oh, Christmas.
Deck
Yeah, I
the
need to
halls
work on
with
some-
lots of Latuche.
Did you guys
Yeah.
get to hear the Liquini's Got Talent winter song from yesterday? That song was a banger.
I didn't hear it. I was IRL work. Like, I can't wait to hear it on a viewing party. Whose was it?
It was damn it.
There's so many good ones.
Second time today. Oh, alligator.
Alligator, let's go. Let's go. Hey, I saw this thing since we're just like cruising right now anyways. I saw this thing of this lady. She was like some 75, 80-year-old lady sitting on a street corner in Naples, Florida. And on the end of her leash, she had a goddamn 8-foot alligator in the street. Ain't nothing like Florida. And if y'all aren't from the US, you don't even know. They got anything like that up there in Canada? They got any people down in Texas doing that? Bet. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Crispy. Yeah. Bet.
What do you want to hear, Dick Flex?
All right. This is just saying the first FOMC, but it's the first JPZ candle. Feel like I gotta get this thing fired off. Hey, you can't let me forget to pay it out. All they got is 80% taxes. Fuck, dude. They got that in the US too. Dude, they tax your taxes for God's sakes. You wanna hear the Christmas song? Are we gonna do a Christmas song into JPZ? That's the Cachoya. We'll listen to some Christmas Juice songs. Maybe let's do one. We'll do one and then we'll go like lo-fi for the meeting. No haircut. Yeah, thank you, JV. That one cuts deep. That one cuts deep. I'm trying to find December. There it is. Here you go.
We running that?
Is it playing?
All right, guys. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Señores y señoras, bienvenidos hoy al giveaway de BLOFIN. Exclamation. BLOFIN.
Here's the extent of my Spanish, and I'm kind of joking, but it's the best thing that I can say.
Go!
Let's go. BLOFIN. Hey, exclamation FOMC, juice on me. Shout out to BLOFIN, shout out to Kimba. Exclamation giveaway, exclamation dashboard. Make sure you get your UIDs in. You have enough time. You got 4 minutes. That dashboard is the place. Exclamation merch.
Sí, señores. Exclamation. FOMC. Who's on me?
Who's on me?
Who's on me?
You tell him, Cyper. Let's go, Kozak. Thank you for the resub, brother. Let's go, let's go. YouTube, get in there as well. Jon Snow,
Let's go.
shout outs to you.
3 minutes.
The King of the North, Crow. Crow, let's get it. Cage is all about the Crow. I don't know if you knew that. Different Crow, but he bowed about it.
Back.
Let's go, Clove.
Let's go, Dika Flex.
Let's go, Kristoff. Let's go, Clove. Let's go, Jesse Carr. Let's go, J Sucks. J Reels. Let's get it. Cha cha, Daniel. Stoyan. How we doing? Yeah.
Giveaway, exclamation point, FOMC, juice on me.
Hey, don't.
Yes, sir.
don't-
Bear like. Bear like. We are. Welcome to the FOMC stream. We're going to be streaming it live, so welcome in.
We got everybody excited about silver. Let's just go look at silver. Silver, XAG. We'll just look at this one. Oh my goodness, Shwani. I hope you took a little profits.
Sigurd, welcome back. 29 months. Let's go.
Oh, we're doing better. Yeah, unfortunately the games aren't really working too well. You got some in the low. That's nice. That's nice. It's still holding that, isn't it?
Get in here. We got 1 minute.
Let's go, MEXC83! Exclamation FOMC, juice on me. Yeah. Hey, and after the giveaway, stick around. We're gonna do the meeting. Oh shit. They're
It
not playing it
starts
yet.
in a minute.
Yeah, they're not playing it yet.
Oh, we gotta hit the balcony. What the hell?
Pull it up and get
Oh
ready.
my
Let's go.
goodness, MEXC83, shout outs to you, brother. Thank you so much. Oh.
Hey,
go,
shout out to MEXC83. Hey, hope you're feeling
you,
better,
Mex.
Max. Hope you've been good, Max.
I gotta get the music turned down.
Kimba gangs cooking with their trading tricks. I saw a green spike, thought I'd hop into, but Saddle missed the entry. Man, what a move! I laughed.
Hey, there you go, Max. Much love, Max.
Everyone got your bingo cards?
I don't know if the sound is working on the meeting.
And he walked up
Yeah,
like a
this is
gangster. You
purple
see the way
tie.
he walked up?
I remain squarely focused on achieving our dual mandate goals of maximum
I
employment
can hear it.
and stable prices.
Is it too
Turn
quiet?
it up, though. Yep, too quiet. Turn it up.
Although important federal government data for the past couple of months have yet to be released,
Turn it up.
available public
I'm turning it.
record data
Turn it up.
that employment and inflation has not changed.
Hey, congratulations to the 5 winners. We had Andy,
Conditions in the
Pellman,
market appear to be
we
growing.
got Macy, we got Cabiz, and Bear Like X.
In support of our
Congratulations
goals
to
in
those
light of
5
the
winners over at the
balance of
BLOFIN
risks to employment and
giveaway.
inflation,
Congratulations, y'all. Exclamation
The market
BLOFIN.
committee decided to lower our policy interest rate by a 1/4 percentage point. As a separate matter, we also decided to initiate
Oh, I heard
purchases of
risk.
shorter-term Treasury securities solely for the purpose of
Where's the
maintaining
bingo?
an ample supply of
I'm getting
reserves over
it.
time, thus supporting effective control of our policy rate. I will have more to say about monetary policy and its implementation after briefly reviewing economic developments.
Oh, I heard policy.
Although some key government data have yet to be released,
Another one.
available indicators suggest that economic activity has been expanding at a moderate pace. Consumer spending appears to have remained solid,
Data.
and business fixed investment has continued to expand.
Economics.
In contrast, activity in the housing sector remains weak.
Oh,
The
housing.
temporary shutdown of the federal government has likely weighed on economic activity in the current quarter, but these effects should be mostly offset by higher growth next quarter, reflecting the reopening. In our summary
Wait,
of
what color was
economic
this tie?
projections, the median participant projects that real GDP will rise 1.7% this year and 2.3% next year, somewhat stronger than projected in September. In the labor market, although official employment data for October and
I knew he was
November
going to say
are
labor
delayed,
market.
available evidence suggests that both layoffs and hiring remain low, and that
Layoffs.
both households' perceptions of
Layoffs.
job availability and firms' perceptions of hiring difficulty continue to decline.
Did he say good
The
afternoon?
official report on the labor market for September, the most recent release, showed that the unemployment rate continued to edge up, reaching 4.4%, and that job gains
He
had
said
slowed
shut down.
significantly since earlier
said
in
shut
the
down?
year.
Yep.
A good part of the slowing likely reflects a decline in the growth of the labor force
Turn Pal up
due
still?
to lower immigration and labor force participation, though labor demand has clearly softened as well. In this less dynamic and somewhat softer labor market, the downside risks to employment appear to have risen in recent months.
You said good
In
afternoon,
our
right?
SEP, the median projection of the unemployment rate
I was
is
gonna say, did he
4.5%
not say
at
good
the end of
afternoon?
this year and edges down thereafter. Inflation has eased significantly from its highs
It was
in
just
really quiet.
2022,
It's still
but
quiet?
remains somewhat elevated relative
No,
to
it's
our
good
2%
now, but it wasn't
longer-run
earlier.
goal.
Okay.
Very little data on inflation have been released since our meeting
Exclamation
in October.
dashboard.
Total PCE
Wait,
prices rose
congratulations
2.8% over the
to
12 months
and
ending in
like you,
September. And excluding the volatile
Hellman,
food and energy categories, core
Macy,
PCE prices also rose 2.8%.
Cub,
These readings are
Cubsies,
higher than
and
earlier in the
Bear
year as
Light.
inflation for
Congratulations,
goods has
$100
picked
on
up,
BLOFIN.
reflecting the effects of
Shout outs to
tariffs.
BLOFIN. Hey, don't
In
spend it all in
contrast,
one place.
disinflation appears to be continuing for services.
Don't spend it all in one
Near-term
place.
measures of inflation
Congratulations
expectations
to
have
you. Shout outs to
declined
Kimba,
from their
shout outs to
peaks
BLOFIN,
earlier
shout
in
outs
the
to
year,
all
as
the
reflected
Lions,
in
and
both market and
congratulations to the winners.
survey-based measures.
83rd,
Most
thank
measures
you,
of longer-term
Kirby's.
expectations remain consistent with our 2% inflation goal.
He said terrace.
The median projection in the SEP for total PCE inflation is
Median?
2.9% this year and
You can't hear it still?
2.4% next year, a bit lower than the median projection in
for real?
September. Thereafter, the median falls to 2%. Our monetary policy actions are guided by our dual mandate to promote maximum employment and stable prices for the American people. At today's meeting, the committee decided to lower the target range for the federal funds rate by a quarter percentage point to 3.5 to 3.75%. In the near term, risks to inflation are tilted to the upside,
He said 2%.
and risks to employment to the downside, a challenging situation. There is no risk-free path for policy as we navigate this tension between
Where's
our
that?
employment and inflation goals. A reasonable base case is that the effects of tariffs on inflation will be relatively short-lived, effectively a one-time shift in the price level. Our obligation is to make sure that a one-time increase in the price level does not become an ongoing inflation problem. But with downside risks to employment having risen in recent months, the balance of risks has shifted. Our framework calls for us to take a balanced approach in promoting both sides of our dual mandate. Accordingly, we judged it appropriate at this meeting to lower our policy rate by a quarter percentage point. With today's decision, we have lowered our policy rate 3/4 of a percentage point over our last 3 meetings. This further normalization of our policy stance should help stabilize the labor market while allowing inflation to resume its downward trend toward 2% once the effects of tariffs have passed through. The adjustments to our policy stance since September bring it within a range of plausible estimates of neutral and leave us well positioned to determine the extent and timing of additional adjustments to our policy rate based on the incoming data, the evolving outlook, and the balance of risks. In our summary of economic projections, FOMC participants wrote down their individual assessments of an appropriate path of the federal funds rate under what each participant judges to be the most likely scenario for the economy. The median participant projects that the appropriate level of the federal funds rate will be 3.4% at the end of 2026 and 3.1% at the end of 2027, unchanged from September. As is always the case, these individual forecasts are subject to uncertainty, and they're not a committee plan or decision. Monetary policy is not on a preset course, and we will make our decisions on a meeting-by-meeting basis. Let me turn now to issues related to the implementation of monetary policy, with the reminder that these issues are separate from and have no implications for the stance of monetary policy. In light of the continued tightening in money market interest rates relative to our administered rates and other indicators of reserve market conditions, the committee judged that reserve balances have declined to ample levels. Accordingly, at today's meeting, the committee decided to initiate purchases of shorter-term Treasury securities, mainly Treasury bills, for the sole purpose of maintaining an ample supply of reserves over time. Such increases in our securities holdings ensure that the federal funds rate remains within its target range and are necessary because the growth of the economy leads to rising demand over time for our liabilities, including currency and reserves. As detailed in a statement released today by the Federal Reserve Bank of New York, reserve management purchases will amount to $40 billion in the first month and may remain elevated for a few months to alleviate expected near-term pressures in money markets. Thereafter, we expect the size of reserve management purchases to decline, though the actual pace will depend on market conditions. In our implementation framework, an ample supply of reserves means that the federal funds rate and other short-term interest rates are primarily controlled by the setting of our administered rates, rather than day-to-day discretionary interventions in money markets. In this regime, standing repurchase agreement, or repo operations, are a critical tool to ensure that the federal funds rate remains within its target range, even on days of elevated pressures in money markets.
Oh, he said defend.
Consistent with this view, the committee eliminated the aggregate limit on standing repo operations. These operations are intended to support monetary policy implementation and smooth market functioning, and should be used when economically sensible. To conclude, the Fed has been assigned 2 goals for monetary policy: maximum employment and stable prices. we remain committed to supporting maximum employment, bringing our inflation sustainably down to our 2% goal, and keeping longer-term inflation expectations well anchored.
Price stability.
Our success in
He said
delivering
price
on these
stability,
goals
technically.
matters to all
Technically, he
Americans.
said price stability.
We understand that our actions affect communities, families, and businesses across the country. Everything we do is in service to our public mission. At the Fed, we will do everything we can to achieve our maximum employment
Yes,
and
indeed,
price
like
stability
that.
goals. Thank you, and I look forward to your questions.
Howard.
Thank you, Howard.
He
Price
said
stability, he
it.
said it again.
Just
Yo!
first turning to the statement, just to be clear, we're on
Yo,
the same
if we
page
get
here.
this, bro,
The insertion of the phrase,
are we dropping some merch
considering the
giveaway?
extent and
What
timing
we
of
do?
additional adjustments, does that
We gotta do
indicate that the
something.
Fed is
All right, pay
now
attention. We gotta get
on
bingo.
hold until there's some clearer signal from inflation or jobs or the evolution of the economy along the baseline outlook?
So, yes, the adjustments since September bring our policy within a broad range of estimates of neutral. And as we noted in our statement today, we are well positioned to determine the extent and timing of additional adjustments based on the incoming data, the evolving outlook, and the balance of risks. That new language points out that we'll carefully evaluate that incoming data. And also, I would note that having reduced our policy rate by 75 basis points since September and 175 basis points since last September, the Fed funds rate is now within a broad range of estimates of its neutral value, and we are well positioned to wait to see how the economy evolves.
And if I could follow up on the outlook there, it seems like with the additional GDP growth coupled with easing inflation and a fairly steady unemployment rate, this seems like a pretty optimistic outlook for next year. What's given rise to that? Is this an early bet on AI? Is there some sense of improving productivity out there? What's driving that?
So a number of things are driving what's happening in the forecast. And I would say if you look broadly at outside forecasts, you do see a pickup in growth in many of those now too. So it is it's partly that consumer spending has held up. It's been resilient, and it to another degree it is that AI spending on data centers and related to AI has been holding up business investment. So overall, the baseline expectation for next year is, at least at the Fed, and I think with outside forecasters too, is a pickup in growth from today's relatively low level of 1.7%. I mentioned that the SEP median is 1.7 for this year growth and 2.3 for next year. You actually, some of that is due to the shutdown. So you can take 0.2 out of 2026 and put it in 2025. So it would really be 1.9 and 2.1. But overall, yes, for a few reasons, fiscal policy is going to be supportive.
There we
and
go.
As I mentioned, AI spending will continue. The
Exact
consumer
words.
continues to spend. So it looks like the baseline would be solid growth next year.
Fiscal policy.
Steve.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for taking our questions here. You had previously described rate cuts in terms of a risk management
you just
framework,
say
and
considerate?
kind of following up on what Howard was asking,
didn't
is
hear
the risk
considerate.
management phase of
But
rate
if
cuts
he did,
over
like-
here? And have you taken out sufficient insurance, I guess,
good for you.
against potential weakness in terms of the data we might get next week when it comes to employment?
No, the guy looks
So we're
like
going to get
Kevin
a
from
great
The
deal of
Office.
data between now and the January meeting, and I'm sure we'll talk more about that. And the data that we get are going to factor into our thinking. But yes, we have. If you go back, we held our policy rate at 5.4% for more than a year because inflation was high, very high, and unemployment and the labor market was really solid at that point. So what happened is over last summer of 24, inflation came down, and the labor market began to show real signs of weakness. And so we decided, as our framework tells us to do, that when the risks to the two goals become more equal, you should move from a stance that favors really dealing with one of them, in that case inflation, to a more balanced, more neutral setting. And so we did that. We did some cutting, and then we paused for a while to work our way through what was happening in the middle of the year. And then we resumed cuts in September, and we've cut now 3 Q3. We've now cut a total of 175 basis points. And as I mentioned, you know, we feel like where we're positioned now we're well positioned to wait and see how the economy evolves from here.
If I could just follow up on the SEP, you have a whole lot of big increase in the growth numbers, but not a big decline in the unemployment numbers. And is that an AI factor in there? What is going on in terms of the dynamic of you get more growth, but you don't get a whole lot of decline in unemployment? Thank you, sir.
So the implication is obviously higher productivity. And some of that may be AI. It just also, I think, productivity has just been almost structurally higher for several years now. So if you start thinking of it as 2% per year, you can sustain higher growth without more job creation. Of course, higher productivity is also what enables incomes to rise over long periods of time. So it's basically a good thing. But that's certainly the implication.
Thank you. Colby Smith with the New York Times. Today's decision was clearly very divided. It wasn't just the two official dissents against the cut, but there were also soft dissents from four others. And I'm just wondering if this reluctance from several people to support recent reductions suggests that there is a much higher bar for cuts in the near term. And what exactly does the committee need to see if things are well positioned right now to support a January reduction?
Sure. So let me just say, as I mentioned, as I've mentioned here before, the situation is that our two goals are a bit in tension, right? So, interestingly, everyone around the table at the FOMC agrees that inflation is too high and that we want it to come down, and agrees that the labor market has softened and that there's further risk. Everyone agrees on that. Where the difference is how do you weight those risks, and what does your forecast look like, and where do you, ultimately where do you think the bigger risk is, and you know, it's very unusual to have persistent tension between the two parts of the mandate, and when you do, this is what you see, and I think it's actually what you would expect to see, and we do see it. Meanwhile, the discussions we have are as good as any we've had in my 14 years at the Fed. They're very thoughtful, respectful, and you just have people who have strong views, and you know, we come together and we reach you know, a place where we can make a decision. We made a decision today. We had, you know, 9 out of 12 supported it, so fairly broad support. But it's not like the normal situation where everyone agrees on the direction and what to do. It's more spread out, and I think that's only inherent in the situation. In terms of what it would take, you know, we all have an outlook in terms of what's going to come, but I think ultimately having cut 75 and, you know, the effects of the 75 basis points will only begin to be coming in. As I've said before a couple times, we're well positioned to wait to see how the economy evolves. We'll just have to see. And we will get, as you know, quite a bit of data. I should mention on the data, as long as I'm talking about it, that we're going to need to be careful in assessing, particularly the household survey data. There are very technical reasons about the way data are collected in some of these measures, both in you know, inflation and in labor, in the labor market, so that the data may be distorted and not just sort of more volatile, but distorted, and that's really because data was not collected in October and half of November. So we're going to get data, but we're going to have to look at it carefully and with a somewhat skeptical eye by the time of the January meeting. Notwithstanding that, we will have a lot of the December data by the time of the January meeting. So we expect to see a lot more, but I'm just saying that what we get for example, CPI or for the household survey, we're gonna look at that really carefully and understand that it may be distorted by very technical factors.
And just one more question on dissents. I mean, you talk about it in a very positive way, just given the complicated nature of the situation we're in economically. But is there any point in which those dissents become counterproductive, either to, you know, the Fed's communication and the messaging around the policy path forward?
I don't feel that we're at that point at all. I don't. I would say, again, these are good, thoughtful, respectful discussions, and you hear people say, and you hear many outside analysts say the same thing. I could make a case for either side. I mean, I could make that case. It's a close call. We have to make decisions. And we always hope that the data will give us a clear read, but in this situation, you have competing. If you look through the SEP, you'll see that a very large number of participants agree that risks are to the upside for unemployment and to the upside for inflation. So what do? You've got one tool. You can't do two things at once. So at what pace do you move? What size moves do you make, and that kind of thing? And what's the timing of them? It's a very challenging situation. I think we're in a good place to, as I mentioned, to wait and see how the economy evolves.
Nick.
Got a whole bunch for the next bingo card.
Chair Powell, there's been some discussion recently of the 1990s. In the 1990s, the committee did two discrete sequences of 3 quarter-point cuts, one in 1995-96 and one in 1998. And after both of those, the next move in rates was up, not down. With policy now closer to neutral, is it a foregone conclusion that the next move in rates is down, or should we think of policy risks as genuinely two-sided from here?
So I don't think that a rate hike is anybody's base case at this point, and I'm not hearing that. What you see is some people feel we should stop here and that we're at the right place and just wait. Some people feel like we should cut once or more this year and next year. But when people are writing down their estimates of policy of where it should go, it is either holding here or cutting a little or cutting more than a little. So I don't see the base case as involving that. So of course, a data set of 2, now 3, is not a big data set. But you are right about those 2 3-cut times in the 90s.
If I could follow up, the unemployment rate has been rising very gradually for the better part of 2 years, and indeed the statement today no longer describes the unemployment rate as remaining low. What gives you confidence it won't continue rising in 2026, especially when housing and other rate-sensitive sectors still appear to be feeling restrictive policy from the, notwithstanding the 150 basis points in cuts prior to today?
So I think the idea is that with now having cut 75 basis points more now and having policy, I'd call it in a broad range of plausible estimates of neutral, that will be a place which will enable the labor market to stabilize or to only tick up 1 or 2 more tenths, but we won't see, any kind of a sharper downturn, which we haven't seen any evidence of at all. At the same time, policy is still in a place where it's not accommodative, and we feel like we have made progress this year in non-tariff related inflation, and as tariffs come through, as they flow through, that'll show through next year. But as I said, we're well placed to wait and see how that turns out. That is our expectation, but we're going to start to see the data, and it'll tell us whether we were right or not.
Claire.
Claire Jones, Financial Times. A lot of people interpreted your comments at the October meeting that, when there's a foggy situation, we slow down, to mean that, there wouldn't be a cut now, there'd be a cut in January instead. So it'd be good to get a sense of why did the committee decide to move today rather than to move in January instead? Thank you.
Right. So in October, I said that there was no certainty of moving, and that was indeed correct. I said it's possible you could think about it that way, but I was careful to say other people could look at it differently. So why did we move today? I would say point to a couple things. First of all, gradual cooling in the labor market has continued. Unemployment is now up 0.3 from June through September. Payroll jobs averaging 40,000 per month since April. We think there's an overstatement in these numbers by about 60,000, so that would be negative 20,000 per month. And also, just to point out one other thing, surveys of households and businesses both show declining supply and demand for workers. So I think you can say that the labor market has continued to cool gradually, maybe just a touch more gradually than we thought. In terms of inflation, it's come in a touch lower, and I think the evidence is kind of growing that what's happening here is services inflation coming down, and that's offset by increases in goods, and that goods inflation is entirely in sectors where there are tariffs. So that does build on the story, and so far it's only a story, that that the goods inflation, which is really the source of the excess at this point, almost more than half the source of the excess inflation is goods, is tariffs. And you've got to say then, so what do we expect from tariffs? And I would say that is to some extent down to looking for broader economic heat. Do we see a hot economy? Do we see constraints? Do we see what's going on with wages? You saw the ECI report today. It doesn't feel like a hot economy that wants to generate, Phillips curve kind of inflation. So we look at all those things, and we say that this was a decision to make. It obviously wasn't unanimous, but overall that was the judgment that we made, and that's the action we took.
And just on the ample reserves point, how concerned were people around the table about some of the tensions we've seen in money markets? Thank you.
I wouldn't say concerned. So what really happened is this. Balance sheet shrinkage, sometimes called QT, went on. We had a framework in place for monitoring it, and nothing happened. The overnight reverse repo facility went down pretty much close to zero. And then beginning in September, the federal funds rate started to tick up within the range, right? And it ticked up almost all the way to interest-on reserve balances. There's nothing wrong with that. What that's telling you is that we're actually in an ample reserves regime. So, we knew this was going to come. When it finally did come, it came a little quicker than expected, but we were absolutely there to take the actions that we said we would take. So, and those actions are today. So, we announced that we're resuming reserve management purchases. That is completely separate from monetary policy. It's just we need to keep an ample supply of reserves out there. Why so big? The answer to that is, if you look ahead, you'll see that April 15th is coming up, and our framework is such that we want to have ample reserves even at times when reserves are at a low level temporarily. So that's what happens on tax day. People pay a lot of money to the government, reserves drop sharply and temporarily. So this seasonal buildup that we'll see in the next few months was going to happen anyway. It was going to happen because April 15th is April 15th. There's also a secular ongoing growth of the balance sheet. We have to keep reserves, call it constant, as it relates to the banking system or to the whole economy. And that alone calls for us to increase about $20–25 billion per month. So that's a small part. That's going on. It's also happening in the context of a temporary few-month front loading to get reserves high enough to get through the tax period in mid-April. So that's what's happening there.
Andrew. Thanks, Mr. Chairman. This is the last post-FOMC press conference before an important Supreme Court hearing next month. Can you talk about how you're hoping the Supreme Court will rule? And I'm just curious why the Fed's been so reticent on such a pivotal matter.
It's not something I want to address here, Andrew. We're not legal commentators. It's before the courts, and we think we don't think that we help matters by trying to engage as a public discussant of that. I'll give you a mulligan though.
No, thanks. I don't know if that means I get 3 questions, but
no, just one more.
I guess I wanted to come back to the 1990s question, and like, do you see that as a useful model for thinking about what is happening in the economy right now?
I don't think it rises to that level. So I did think that in 2019, where we cut 3 times, but this is such a unique situation. It's not the 1970s, let's put it that way, but we do have tension between our 2 goals. And so that's just unique in my time at the Fed, and I think going back a long ways, we haven't had that. In our framework, as you know, says that when that's the case, that we try to, take a balanced approach to the two things, and we look at how far they are and how long it would take to get them back to each of them back to the goal. And that's a very subjective analysis, really, but it just tells you you've got to. And I think ultimately what it says is when they're broadly equally threatened or equally at risk, you should be kind of neutral, because if you're either accommodative or tight, you're favoring one or the other goal. And so we've been sort of moving in the direction of neutral. Now we're in the range of neutral. We're in the high end of the range of neutral, I would say, and that's what we're doing now. It so happened that we cut 3 times. We haven't made any decision about January, but as I've said, we think we're well positioned to
I don't want to mark
wait and
it, though,
see how the economy
I don't want to
performs.
end the bingo on a technicality. But it counts.
Thanks, Mr. Chairman. Edward Lawrence with Fox Business. I wanted to ask you, the inflation expectations has come down in your SEP report. Do you see the tariff price increases as passing through in the next 3 months? Is it a 6-month process that we're looking for that to end? And then because of that, is jobs the threat to the economy?
So with tariff inflation, it takes, there's the announcement of a tariff, and then there's, they start to take effect, and then it takes some months. Goods may have to be shipped from other parts of the, it may take, quite a while for an individual tariff to take its full effect. But once it's had that effect, then the question is, isn't that just a one-time price increase? So we actually look at it, all of the announcements and what you get from all that. You see sort of for each one of them, there's a time period, and then it's fully in. So if there are no new tariff announcements, and we don't know that, but let's assume there are no major new tariff announcements, inflation from goods should peak in the first quarter or so, right, or roughly. We haven't been able to predict this with any precision. No one is. But call it the first quarter or so of next year should be the peak. And from here, it shouldn't be big. It should be a couple tenths or even less than that. We don't really have precision on this. And after that, again, if there are no new tariffs that are being announced that will take 9 months to get fully in, and 9 months is also an estimate, then you should start to see that coming down in the back half of next year.
And I want to see if I could address sort of the elephant in the room. The president's been talking openly about a new Fed chairman. Does that hinder your current job right now or change your thinking at all?
No.
Just flat out no.
No mulligans for it. Michael McKee from Bloomberg Radio and Television. 10-year rates are 50 basis points higher than when you started cutting back in September of 2024, and the yield curve basically has been steepening. Why do you think that continuing to cut now, especially in the absence of data, is going to bring down the yield on the thing that will move the economy the most?
So we're looking at the real economy and focusing on that. And you've got it when the long bonds move around, you've got to look at why they're moving around. If you look at inflation compensation, it's very that's one part of it is inflation compensation break-evens, and they're at very comfortable levels. They're at levels consistent once you get out past the very short term now. Break-evens are at at quite levels that are quite consistent with 2% inflation over time. So there's nothing happening with rates going up out there that suggests concern about inflation in the long term or anything like that. I mean, I look at these things pretty regularly. Same thing with surveys. Surveys are all saying that the public understands our commitment to 2% and expects us to get back there. So why are rates going up? It has to be something else. It must be, an expectation of higher growth or something like that. And that's a lot of what's been going on. I mean, you saw a big move, toward the end of last year, which was not to do with us. It was to do with other developments.
Well, you just mentioned that the public is expecting you to get back to 2%, and Americans overwhelmingly are citing high prices, inflation, as their number one concern. Can you explain to them why you're prioritizing the labor market, which seems relatively stable to most people, instead of their number one concern, inflation?
So we, as you know, we have a network of contacts in the U.S. economy, which is really unmatched if you go through the 12 reserve banks. So we hear loud and clear how people are experiencing really costs. It's really high costs. And a lot of that is not the current rate of inflation. A lot of that is just embedded higher cost due to higher inflation in 2022 and 23. So that's what's going on. And so the best thing we can do is restore inflation to its 2% goal, and our policy is intended to do that, but also have a strong economy where real wages are going up, where people are getting jobs and earning money, and we're going to need to have some years where real compensation is higher, it's positive, significantly positive, so nominal wages are higher than inflation, for people to start feeling good about the affordability issue. And, so we're working hard on that. We're trying to keep inflation under control, but also support the labor market and strong wages so that people are earning enough money and feeling economically healthy again.
Victoria. Hi, Victoria Guida with Politico. Just to follow up on that, I mean, this is now the third time that you've cut this year, and inflation is around 3%. So is the message that you're sort of trying to send with that you're okay with where inflation is for now, as long as people understand that at some point you still want to get back to 2% because inflation is relatively stable where it is?
Everyone should understand, and the surveys show that they do, that we're committed to 2% inflation, and we will deliver 2% inflation. But it's a complicated, unusual, difficult situation where the labor market is also under pressure, where job creation may actually be negative. Now, supply of workers has also gone way down, so the unemployment rate hasn't moved that much. But it's a labor market that seems to have significant downside risks. People care a lot about that. That's their jobs. That's their ability, if they get laid off or if they're entering the labor force, to find work. So that's really important to people. The story with inflation, and we're well aware that this is a story at this point, is that if you get away from tariffs, inflation is in the low 2s, right? So it's really tariffs that's causing most of the inflation overshoot. And we do think of those as likely to, in the current situation, as likely to be a one-time price increase. Our job is to make sure that it is, and we will do that job. But right now, you've got this difficult balance, and there are risks to both sides. There's no risk-free path. If it was just inflation and the labor market was just really strong, and then rates would be higher, as they were for more than a year. We didn't have to worry about inflation. Sorry, about the labor market. Because the labor market, unemployment was very low, if you remember, when inflation was very high. There was a labor shortage, so we could focus entirely on inflation. Now it's different. We actually have risks to both, and I think we're doing the best we can for people. They also care about their jobs. They do care about affordability, and the best thing we can do there is both to support economic activity, but also, make sure that when tariff inflation goes down and disappears, inflation lands around 2%.
Elizabeth.
The problem for Edward is where do they put that cash?
Thanks so much, Elizabeth Schulze with ABC News. Just to follow up, you keep talking about job growth being negative. Why do you think job growth is so much worse than some of the official data? Why do you think job growth is, to follow up on your comments about job growth, why is it so much worse than the official data is suggesting?
Oh, well, we know, I think I don't think this is particularly controversial. It's very difficult to estimate job growth in real time. They don't count everybody. They have a survey. And there's been something of a systematic overcount. And so we expected, and they correct it twice a year. So the last time they corrected it, we thought the correction would be 800,000 or 900,000. I won't get the numbers exactly right. And that was exactly what happened. So we think that has persisted. And so there's an overcount in the payroll job numbers, we think, continuing, and it will be corrected. I don't have the exact month in my head right now, and that's just, I think forecasters generally understand that. So, and we think it's about 60,000 a month, so 40,000 jobs could be negative 20, and that could be wrong by 10 or 20 in either direction. But in any case, but the thing is, that's job creation in a way. That's demand. Labor supply has also come down quite sharply. So, if you had a world where there's just no growth in workers and you really don't need a lot of jobs to have full employment, some people argue that's what we're looking at. But I think a world where job creation is negative, I just think we need to watch that situation very carefully and be in a position where we're not, pushing down on job creation with our policy.
When we're talking about supply, we have seen major American employers like Amazon cite AI in job cuts. How much right now are you factoring in AI into the current weakness in the job market?
So it's probably part of the story. It's not a big part of the story yet. We don't know whether it will be. But, for example, if you look at, you can't miss the big announcements of layoffs and also companies saying that they're not going to hire anybody for a long time, and they cite AI. That's all clearly happening. At the same time, people are not filing for unemployment insurance, and since job creation, job finding rates are extremely low, if there were big numbers of layoffs, you'd expect the continuing claims to go up, and you expect new claims to go up. It really haven't much, so it's a little bit curious. But longer term, though, the question is, what are we going to see here? And we don't know, but it's it may be that in past technology, really significant technology innovation eras, you have seen some jobs destroyed and other jobs made. Ultimately, what's happened for a couple hundred years is when you get through all that, you have higher productivity and you have new jobs, and there are enough jobs for people. This may be different. It's every time we have a wave of technology, we think, oh, this could put a lot of people out of work. What are they going to do? In the past, there's always been more work and higher productivity, and incomes have risen. What will happen here, we're going to have to see. But right now is such early days. We don't think we see much. It's certainly not showing up in layoffs yet.
Thank you, Chair. Enda Curran, Bloomberg News. Given the breadth of views on the policy committee, why is there such a division of views between
the policy what? On
the committee?
Thank you.
Why is there such a division of views between the presidents and the board members?
It's not so stark as that. The views are more varied in each group as well. There's some of that, but I would say they're also governors and they're people on both sides in both groups. I wouldn't put too much in that.
Okay, and just to follow up, please, given your growth upgrade, how would you factor in, or what would be the economic impact if the Supreme Court is to strike down the tariffs that they're currently hearing, please, in terms of growth and inflation? Thank you.
I really don't know. It would depend. It would depend on a whole bunch of things we don't know. So I can't really help you there.
Christine. Thank you.
Let's go take 0.
Thank you, Chair Powell. Christine Romans, NBC News. I wanted to ask you about how the higher income households are really driving spending right now. They're backed by home equity and stock market wealth, but lower income consumers are really struggling with the accumulation of 5 years now of rising prices. It's price levels, not really the inflation rate, holding some of these families back. How sustainable is this so-called K-shaped economy, and what are the Fed's thoughts on whether that's a risk going forward?
So we do, through our vast network of contacts and just through our observation of what's going on in the economy, we hear about this a lot. If you listen to the earnings reports for consumer-facing companies that tend to deal with low and moderate income people, they'll all say that we're seeing people, tightening their belts, changing products that they buy, buying less, and that sort of thing. And so it's clearly a thing. It's also clearly a thing that, asset values, housing values, and securities values are high, and they tend to be owned by people more at the higher end of the income and wealth. So as how sustainable it is, I don't know. Most of the consumption does happen by people who have more means. I think the top third accounts for way more than a third of the consumption, for example. So it's a good question how sustainable that is. The best we can do is to have a price stability and a strong labor market. what we saw, for example, what we saw at the end of the very, very long expansion that ended with the outbreak of the pandemic, we saw that it was 10 years and 8 months or something like that, the longest one in recorded history. In the last 2 years, most of the largest part of the wage gains were going to people in the bottom quartile, the bottom part of the low and moderate income. So, having a strong labor market for a long period of time is really, really good from a social standpoint. It's helping people at the lower income levels, and that's what we all want to get back to. But we got to have price stability, and we got to have full employment, maximum employment.
And just quickly, you mentioned the housing market remains kind of weak. With these rate cuts that we've seen, is there a chance we're going to see more affordability in the housing market so more people can maybe enjoy that part of wealth creation? I mean, the average age or median age of a first-time home buyer is now 40 years old. That's the highest on record.
Yeah, so the housing market faces some really significant challenges. And I don't know that, a 25 basis point decline in the federal funds rate is going to make much of a difference for people. Housing supply is low. Many people have very, very low rate mortgages from the pandemic period, and they kept refinancing and caught the really low. So it's made it expensive for them to move. And we're a ways away from that changing. Also, we haven't built enough housing in the country for a long time, and so a lot of estimates suggest that we just need more housing of different kinds. So housing is going to be a problem, and really the tools to address it are we can raise and lower interest rates, but we don't really have the tools to address a secular housing shortage, a structural housing shortage.
Thanks. Chris Rugaber, Associated Press. You mentioned on inflation, services inflation being low, goods inflation looking like maybe it'll peak. We had the wages report you mentioned today showing moderating wage growth. Where are there inflation risks? It looks like inflation is cooling, in your view. At the same time, you have potentially negative hiring. Why not? Why aren't we hearing more about maybe more cuts in this environment?
Well, I think the risk in inflation is pretty clear to see, and that is, we see higher inflation. As I mentioned, most of the inflation over target is from goods, and we expect, most of us, that inflation will be a one-time price increase and then come down. We just came off an experience where inflation turned out to be much more persistent than anyone had expected. Is that going to happen now? That's the risk. The risk is either that tariff inflation just turns out to be more and more persistent, maybe because companies who are now holding back from passing through the tariffs will just keep doing that. So you see that. I think the other possibility is less likely, and that is just that the labor market gets tight or the economy gets tight, and you see just traditional inflation. I don't see that as particularly likely. But so I think again all across the committee, people see the picture pretty similarly, but see the risks quite differently. And some people do see the inflation risk, and I wouldn't dismiss that case. I don't dismiss that case, but you've got to make an assessment, and this is the assessment we made.
Hi, Chair Powell. Neil Irwin with Axios. So this has come up a couple of times today, but to be clear, do you believe that we're experiencing a positive productivity shock, whether from AI or policy factors or whatever? And how much is that driving the higher GDP projection in the SEP?
So yeah, I mean, I never thought I would see a time when we had 5-6 years of 2% productivity growth. This is higher. This is definitely higher, and it was before it could be attributed to AI. I also think if you look at what AI can do, and if you use it in your personal life, as I imagine many of us have, you can see the prospects for productivity. I think it makes people who use it more productive. It may make other people have to find other jobs, though. So it could have productivity implications while also having, social and labor market implications that we don't have the tools to deal with. But yes, I think we're definitely seeing higher productivity. I think it's a little quick to be saying it's generative AI, but I don't know. The pandemic may have induced people to do more automation and do more things with computers to replace people, and that raises productivity, output per hour.
Does that imply a higher neutral rate, and therefore the policy might be a little easier than it seems?
All things equal, yes, but all things aren't equal. There are many things pushing in different directions on where the neutral rate would be. But yes, that argument does come up.
Matt,
Thanks, Chair Powell. Matt Egan with CNN. After today, you only have 3 more meetings at the helm of the Fed. Since becoming Fed chair, you've seen multiple trade wars, the pandemic, COVID reopening, period of high inflation. I know your term's not up as chair until May, but I'm wondering if you've given any thought to what you want your legacy to be.
My legacy. My thought is that I really want to turn this job over to whoever replaces me with the economy in really good shape. That's what I want to do. I want inflation to be under control, coming back down to 2%, and I want the labor market to be strong. That's what I want. And all of my efforts are to get to that place. They have been all along, but ultimately, that's what I'm. And it's I don't have time to think about bigger things. I hope many years ahead to worry about that, but there's enough to do.
Relatedly, have you given any more thought, and can you tell us any more about your plans on whether or not you plan to stay on the Fed Board of Governors even after your term as chair expires?
Again, I'm focused on my remaining time as chair. I haven't got anything new on that to tell you.
Go to Mark for the last question.
Chairman Mark Hamrick with Bankrate. Even while many price levels remain elevated, the reductions in the federal funds rate means that savings rates or yields, to be more precise, have peaked, while key borrowing rates remain elevated. And that's, as we've discussed here, as many Americans struggle with liquidity or emergency savings challenges. Is that just collateral damage or an unintended consequence because your tools are limited in addressing individual or household liquidity constraints, insufficient money in the bank?
I don't know. I wouldn't agree that that's collateral damage of our. I mean, over time, we do what we do in order to create price stability and maximum employment, and those things are hugely valuable to all the people we serve. When we raise rates to bring inflation down, that does work by slowing the economy, but we've moved back our policy back down to where it's certainly not strongly restrictive at this point. I think it's sort of in the range of neutral. So that's what we're trying to do, and I would want people to understand that. I think what people are feeling is the effect of higher prices. There was a global wave, sort of every large economy in the world, sort of every large open economy, market-based economy in the world had a wave of inflation that looked an awful lot like ours. We actually came through better than any other country, substantially better. We had higher growth, we had better labor market, and this is really due to the American economy. We have an extraordinary economy, and people are innovative, they work hard, and so all of us who work in economics jobs are really fortunate to have the U.S. economy. So, thank you very much.
They're gonna leave that high like that. Oh my gosh. Well, we only have one thing to say about this.
Shawnee, another 10.
Let's go, Shawnee.
Is that a
Thank
scam
you
pump?
so much, brother.
We gotta wait for the candle close.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, we got it. We got it. Anchor shouldn't have been on there. Yeah, we bingoed. I'm not going to answer that. We got committed, but we didn't have strongly committed. I'm surprised he didn't say speculate. No recession. We're kind of getting a scamp them, but kind of not, dude. We got a Darth Maul. We got that Darth Maul. We got to get some music. We got to get some music, don't we?
You only had a few left over. That's crazy. We almost hit the entire sheet. That's actually nuts.
It took longer to get through the whole thing than I expected. We're going to get some Boogammas.
Yeah, the last ones to get a Booga actually took long. He was trying to be hawkish so much. Let's go, Fred. Woo! Let's do Jay. To the balcony.
Oh, we're cranking now.
God damn.
Let's go. I'm working on it. Better? Can you hear us? I know it is too loud. I'm trying to fix it. Because I had it cranked up for YouTube. Testnet, Bugatti. It's too easy. To the balcony. To the balcony. Hey. Shout out to El Pasoto. Shout out Schwani. Shout out to MEXC83. That's good. Thank you so much for the gifted. Shout outs to the resubs. Shout outs to my Lions. We got it.
Shout out MEXC83 with the gifted. Shout out El Pizzoto. Shout out
We kind of double got it.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for the support. Vizico, welcome back. Shout out to FOMC. Shout out to the Lions. Shout out Mandela. Shout out Houston. Guys, we have a KOJ trading competition, this space trading competition over on BLOFIN. Make sure you're signed up and ready for that. Eyes on the dashboard, you guys.
Exclamation
Streaming
KOJ.
schedule might be updated.
Let's go, Schwani. Much love to all the Lions.
Yes, thanks for joining us.
Exclamation dashboard. Check out the stream schedule. I'm gonna have to go back to work, dudes. But we grinding. We got a bad highs now.
30. I mean, you got 30 minutes on market close. You wanna vibe it out?
Yeah, I think I vibe out. I think I can make it. Big cheers, Schwani. Thank you, Il Pasoto. Who juicing? Yeah. To the balcony, Costa. S&P seems frozen. I mean, it's like taking this high. We missed a sweep last night. We're gonna survive. Coinbase is selling into this, by the way. Yeah, ETH is sweeping the sweeps, the sweeps. Shout out to El Pasoto. Shout out to PSG. Thank you, brother.
Yo, I missed the bingo card. How'd it go?
We got it. We got it. Two ways.
No.
Kind of technicalities, but it like held out for a long time. Did y'all like the bingo cards? Yeah, we got some new phrases for the next one. Yeah, we did the best we could. It was pretty fun. Absolutely, Nitrogen. Thrilled to be here.
Go Nitrogen.
Yeah, I thought it was fun. It spiced it up.
Hey, we gotta hook the gang up then. Hey, we gotta hook them up. What do you think?
I think we do. They got a bingo. A choice.
All right, let's hook them up. Let's hook them up. Let's hook them up.
They got a bingo.
Let's go.
Shout out Mandelo on the bingo card. I like that idea.
Big cheers, Shays.
Dude, I was paying attention to it the whole time, bro. Making sure we definitely failed to that.
Shays, which one's the Do Not Disturb song?
The Do Not Disturb? It's literally called Do Not Disturb.
Oh, okay. Oh, wee! Shout out to Houston. Kimba Beanie, it is winter time. You need that thing. Oh, single print.
We're a bunch of we're just nerds. We're nerds. All right, we're a nerd crew. Let's go. Exclamation point enter.
Nerd crew.
For a Kimba
Exclamation
Beanie.
enter. Exclamation nerd crew. We be nerding out. S&P.
Only for the nerds. Only for the nerds.
Potential swing failure.
Keep your dorm warm. What?
Keep your dome warm. I need to, Kirby's.
Oh,
I have
dome
one.
warm.
It's in my truck. That's a no-go on the sweep so far. Look at that.
Get in there.
Get in there. Exclamation enter to have your chance to win a beautiful Kimba Beanie. Do Not Disturb. Do you know what playlist it's in, Cage? Shout out to Shays. I haven't seen you in a while. I hope you're doing well, brother. Let's go, Daniel. I hear you. I hear you. I see you. I feel you. Dude, I think I literally have it on right now. Just by accident. Let's go. There you go, Shays. Let's go, Rules. Yeah. Shorts are not like really doing too hot, but I mean, low time frame trades, it's working in both directions, isn't it? Shout out to CoinWise Journal. Shout out to CoinWise. Levels treating us nice. Shout out to JPZ. Shout out to Kimba, BLOFIN. Shout outs to Houston. Cage. Shout out to you, brother. Hey, big cheers. Exclamation enter. Wando. Bad highs when he gets swept. Are you long? Long and thick. Shout outs to La Pretzel. MEXC 83, shout out to you, brother.
Get it there.
Exclamation enter. Let's go, Gary Robertson. Nerd Crew's gift of Kimba Beanie. Let's go, IML. Dude, you won the giveaway the other day, too. You're juicing. Congratulations. Let's go, Nerd Crew. Let's go, LA Beats.
Let's go, congrats. Exclamation point redeem.
That's great to hear, Shays. Congratulations, brother. Keep up the hard work. The juice won't stop. Let's go, IML. Juice. Fredward. Shout out to you, brother. Juice don't stop for IML. Fredward is juicing. Shout out Fredward.
Big cheers, brother. Thank you.
We got some Hermes umbrellas out up in here. I have a Walmart umbrella. But it's not the label. It's the motion. Let's go, Jay Becker. Oh, yes, yes. Let's keep juicing. Let's go, Daniel. Come for the music? Let's go. Music is juice. You got your Rolls Royce umbrella. Let's go, Insistence. Pops right out the door for you, doesn't it? Yeah. Let's get a yeah.
Hey, make sure you guys tune in after this. After today's stream, we're gonna run some Who Juicing premieres. All right, so guys, stay tuned.
Ooh. Juice. Yeah, we're gonna sign out right at market close. Switching on over to some Who Juicing. Looking forward to seeing that. I won't be in the car. In the Corniche because I don't have a new Rolls Royce. Sorry. The Corniche is class though. Hey, Insistence, you seen that Corniche that they lifted it up and put mud tires on it and shit? That thing is dope.
Kimba, Testnet, Juice Gang.
It's Testnet. I know, right? That thing's sick. It's clean too. They redid the whole thing and put on some mutters and shit. It's cool. Let's go, IML. Thank your boy Fredward. He juicing. Fredward's a real one. Come check out the Discord. Come check out the PSG, exclamation PSG. I don't think they have exclamation for it, but check out the Discord, exclamation Discord, exclamation dashboard for the full schedule. We got some juice coming up in a little while. Oh, dude, that's a Stellato, right? They don't, I mean, they don't have the Roadster for it. I saw somebody that did it to an R8. It was pretty cool. Bradward, much love, brother. Let's go, Shays. Trade juice. Just a little bit. Shout outs to BLOFIN, shout outs Kimba, Housty, Cage. Thank you, boys, for being here with me today. This was juice. That was fun. That was a lot of fun doing the bingo.
Oh, thank you, brother. That was a good idea. Appreciate you.
Yeah, it's
fun.
Thank
you for juicing up the Lions.
Yeah, we'll do it even better next time. Yeah, thank you for juicing up the Lions, Housty. Good times. Thank you to BLOFIN. Thank you to CoinWise for always juicing us up. They got a new video coming out tomorrow. Some other things coming out on Friday. Question mark. Oh, they got it. They got it. Jay Becker, I don't know. Did you make a ticket for him? That's really juice. Thank you. Thank you to the community. Cranberry Chipotle. I just saw Chipotle and I was like, when they get salmon up in there? That sounds delicious, Insistence.
Not sure if that's allowed, Becker, but might be able to figure out something like that, but Not sure.
Let's go, Inky. Yeah, they got a lot of juice coming too.
Oh, you're talking
There's
about those ready
hardworking
meals
people there.
assistants or an HEB? Yeah, those things are good, dude.
Inky, you juicing? We need a Bugatti. Insistence when they get in the Bugatti on the big mud tires. Noise. Curvy, you're juicing on that game show. He's getting delivery. He still has to make his own food. Front run short? I don't know. I don't think so. Yeah, Arhas. That's what he was saying. Off-road tires for the Bugatti. Dude. Even if I was like a billionaire, I wouldn't waste money on a Bugatti, honestly. No offense to anybody that has a Bugatti. I'm a cars person, but not like that. I would get like the EB110. A collector one. That's gonna accumulate. Or appreciate. Pretty strong into that power hour close, but is it going to close to the swing failure? That's something to monitor. I am forgotten. I just saw that Rizvani is redoing the Porsche now. Yeah, they look pretty sick. They kind of look like 959s. I feel you, Inky. I feel you, Inky. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope that, you know, you find a research interest in it. Maybe you take it slow. Keep it real. Stay part of the gang. You know, we can just enjoy the community. Yeah, you got friends here. I know you're still vibing out in PSG, aren't you? Yeah, you can always get back in it. Or do it slowly, or just look at it for like long term. Like investment perspective. You know how to spot setups. There we go. Much love, Inky. And you never know. This is Lidl. You know, I'm in it for the tech curvies. I'm in it for the tech. How about you, Cage?
Dead Clyde?
No, I'm in Pepe for the tech. Come on.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
Deco Flex.
Definitely not in Bitcoin for the tech.
I do. I'm in it for the tech too, Curvies. Just do futures. Yeah, but spot is like so like stress free.
It's in it for the lettuce. DK Flex, you know.
If our coin is the future of finance, I said that the other day. Snippy snap. Well, you're looking at XLM, number 1. On Binance, number 2. So, lower liquidity shitcoin on arguably one of the areas that may... Wait, is that perps? Exactly, Dika. If you don't have the time for it to be really actively trading, spot is a way to use your knowledge and still potentially profit off of that. Okay, what are we looking at? XLM. Is it perps or spot? Spot. Curvies, you can always build that thing up. Fuck's sake. Why did we just do that? It's a liquidation. Somebody fat fingered that thing. Look at the volume too. It's like nothing. There's just no, like thin books. It took that much to fill that dumbass's order. Yeah, what did it do on perps? No offense if that was any of you. Yeah, nothing on perps. Just thin books. BTC 1 exclamation mark. Yeah, it was probably somewhere around there. Let's go Snippy Snap. Did you juice on it? Decaflex has diamond hands on XLM. Yeah, Curvies. I mean, Curvies, it just like, it behaves. It respects the TA a little better. Doesn't it? Yeah, we're going into our last 14 minutes of market open. You like an XRP? Yeah, ETH is a big Kachoy too. But
to watch that market close, we got 14 minutes.
That's true.
BDEQ, BDB WAP, point of control. It was pretty big.
Yeah, the value very high too. Pretty close to it. Hey, one more trip to the balcony.
I think so. Damn. Lance, one more balcony.
Anki, if you've held that stuff for 8 years, you probably didn't quite not juice up. I guess if it was all alts, you know, some of them have just been sat in the range since 21. And you don't know if you missed it. You think it's over? Even if it goes back, even if it pulls back, Bitcoin goes down to 50K. Even if it goes to 30K, you think things aren't going to rebound? That's a high or low.
Guys, don't go anywhere after this. We got a Juiciest premiere with Houston and Buzz. Shout out Houston. Shout out Buzz. Shout out to the boys. Shout out Juiciest.
I feel you, Yankee. Yeah, I know. I know. There's always the hindsight. What is it? The portfolio calculator? I think it's fucked up. It will crush your soul. Dika, mad respect for that, man. I mean, that's why we do this, is to take care of the people that we care for. Well, that's why a lot of us do it. And you're blessed to have been able to do so. You're blessed to have been able to do so. Yeah, you can't... I mean... We can, but I just... No one can. You're absolutely right. Shoutouts to you, brother. Yeah, a lot of people take care of others. You know, you can't even think about like what you would have done with that money, or like if you hadn't done this, then you would be so much better off financially. You had the ability to help the people that needed you. Right. Exactly. Yeah, shoutouts to you, shoutouts to Pops. It's always those missed opportunities. I know, Inky. Yeah, even PSG. The whole community, I mean, it's a fantastic place. Exclamation Discord, shoutouts to everybody, all the Lions. Even if you're not juicing up the chat with gifts and generosity, just spending time and supporting each other, being positive, nerding out, the two chain together. It's the spirit of the Lions. How do you think that... Yeah, exactly. How do you think that, like, me and Cage and Houston are up here? We just love this place, and, you know, spent so much time here that we just, you know, naturally... They gave us shows. They did it. We did it. That's hard work and being part of the community. It's just love of the trade, love of the game. Caring about your fellow Lions. That's what it's all about. And bingo cards, yeah, but I'm juicing the fuck up on the Fed's 40 billion orders of bingo cards. So, yeah, as soon as that contract comes through, I'm gonna be juicing up all the chat. Everybody's getting a mug. Shout out to Biffum. Everybody's getting a mug. Latuche's not for you. Let's get some hype music. I think I need 2 letters, 1 word. I like this song, though. 2 letters, 1 word.
Hype for the phone.
Let's go Dika Flex. Yeah, I'm stoked about the bingo cards. I think it's fun. I think it's going to be a cool addition. How many Bugattis? That's right, Dika. Which Bugatti? There's some dope ones. I'm waiting for the Bugatti truck. Hey, when are they gonna make a Brabus Bugatti? How about a 6x6? Yeah, working out is a good one, Curvies. Hiking, touching grass of some sort. Oh my god, are we getting a debate? Are they really gonna leave these highs like that?
Scamp up.
And S&P, are they really gonna
It is
have
a
a swing
scamp up.
fail on the hourly? Ho, 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 ho. Holy shit. Inky, we were talking about that. There's going to be some lions when Kimba comes back. They're like, who is that guy? Who's that on the back cam? But the real ones will remind them. Yeah. You know how we got 900 iPads and 74 viewers. We're gonna have 9,000 iPads and 700 viewers when Kimba returns. That's gonna be a big deal. And that was a 1 month lion. That's awesome. Let's see a yeah in here. Exclamation dashboard, exclamation giveaway.
Oh, the lion from yesterday? Yeah, that was funny. I think he was like a new lion. I don't even think he was subbed up. But man, his lyrics sounded like he was here before me.
Hey, shout outs to the highlights, exclamation YouTube. You get caught up on 3.5 years of this. It's crashing, it's over. It's at the point of control. Mr. Losty, it's okay. It's okay. Hopefully don't like long the top.
Long the
but
top.
if you did, set a stop
Short
loss.
the bottom.
I would say a good invalidation would be like maybe below this. That's a Cachoya. How fitting is this song? Right into close. They're taking profits, dude. It just juiced for fucking 2 days.
There you go. Bing bong
Yankee.
on a Wednesday.
Maybe Band-Aid. Much love. How you doing? Zero. I can't wait for the GIF bombs to come back. Super Bowl halftime show. What? Everybody's gonna turn it off? I'm just kidding. No way, Joe. Dude, the story of the Super Bowl halftime show is another cool one. You're gonna have to look that up on your own, though. Yeah, look it up. Shoutouts to the weigh-ins. Exclamation hot dog. Exclamation Cachoya. Yeah, bad lows everywhere.
Got 3 minutes. Don't fuck though.
There we go. I thought it wasn't showing up before. Yeah, maybe good for that whole single print. I'd say first spot, maybe there. If it closes that single print, hold the next one. But you still gotta lose point of control, and it's bouncing from it. It's a good high on the daily, though. Look at those longs. A lot of profit taking on those longs. Oh, we got 1 minute left. 1 minute left. Top long kachoy.
Let's send it.
All right, y'all. We're gonna send it off. Who Juicing's gonna come back on in a few minutes. Exclamation Who Juicing. Shout outs to Who Juicing. Shout outs Buzz, Husty. Shout outs to Cage. Thank you for joining me today. Shout out Cyper.
Thank you.
Big shout outs to BLOFIN and Kimba. Shout outs J Powell. Big thank you to Shwani. Thank you Il Pasoto. Thank you MEXC83. Thank you Fredward. Thank you to all the Lions. Shout outs to Coke Zero. Shout outs Calling Noob. Shout outs Rajalicious. Clap clap. Shout out to LA Beats. Big cheers Nam God. Shout out to PSG. Curvies. Crispy. Big shout outs to Coinwise. That was an hourly swing fail. Not the greatest high, but it's an hourly swing fail on ES. And oh Lord. Oh, are they gonna do this? Rajalicious, big cheers. Afna Gunka, Revs QQ, 83rd. I'm not crying, you crying. Have a good day, LA Beats. Y'all have a great afternoon. Stick around for the Who Juicing premiere. Exclamation dashboard, exclamation giveaway. I know, for real maybe. Aren't they? Let's go, Moses. Have a great day. Reptilian, Raptorist. Deka Flex, shout outs to you, brother. Inky, much love. Thanks for stopping by. Good to see you. Yeah, look forward to seeing you again soon. Insistence, let's go. 420 points, $420,000 in profit. Gaita, J-Bucks, Mine Lot, I am L, juicing today. Shout outs to Husty for the giveaway. Shout outs Cage and Husty for joining. You guys want to send anybody off? Let's go, Nam God. JV, much love.
Have a great night, Lions. Stick around. Who Juicing coming up?
Yeah, Insistence like Insistence, you're actually JV and oh my god. How are you doing that? Holy shit, he juicing. He's juicing so hard he's got 2 Twitch accounts. Let's go Zamil. Let's go Nitrogen. Il Pasoto, big cheers. Costa. Hasta la vista, much love. Shwani, J-Bucks. Shout outs to YouTube and Shay's Anatomy, much love. That's right, never give up on the things that bring you joy. We're going next. We're just gonna sit around here. The highs are bad, the lows are bad. We're just gonna wait and see. Let the data be our guide. And we are gonna be back for Who Juicing and also in the morning for Market Open. Big cheers, y'all. All right, we're out of here. I'm out of here anyways. I gotta go back to work. Much love to you all.
Much love.
Nitrogen, shout out to you, bud.
Yeah, I see that. Glad I did it.
Yeah. Let's go, JV. Alright, big cheers. RMX. Yeah. Alright, we're out of here. Karoon! Shouts Coinwise. Shouts Kimba. BLOFIN. Exclamation dashboard. Love y'all.
Trading competition. It's
yes,
up.
exclamation
Check
KOJ.
Check the pinned message at the top of the chat. All the information is in the Discord.
Did I mess that up? Is the command
No,
over?
It's just down right now. But the pin message has got the information. Go to the Discord, check out the announcement. Join it. Who's gonna win? $10,000 prize pool.
Thank you, 83rd. I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Much love. Hey, juice. Bugatti. It's gotta be testnet. Wish you all a great afternoon, great evening. If you don't use a stop loss, I gonna slap the shit out ya. Let's go, Crispy. Nitrogen. Latisse. All right, peace out.
Class in session, lines pay attention. Professor Manilow, juice is the lesson. Charts don't lie, numbers show the way. Kimba gang minds turn data to the pay. Grab your notebooks, mark your lines. Patience in the jungle is how we shine. Knowledge is power, math is the key. Every young line gon' learn from me. If lines can't do it, homie, it can't be done. Work, sweat, and grind, the journey just begun. I'ma elevate the game, show you how it's won. Prepare with the wisdom lines, trades gon' run. Pressure in the candles, the market makers is frontin'. We see through they scandals, price is the box and we puntin'. Bugatti money focus, flexing on my mind.